Well, today is sponsored by, I have two of the goats from New England. We're sponsored by Corona Light, Bud Light, and Kodiak today. No Copenhagen. Jeffrey Rowe.
What's up?
Dave O'Shriz, as
Yo,
some
yo.
call it. Dave O'Connell, the Shotgun King. But I just want to pick up right where you were before. Why the frick do you think Tom Brady's not the GOAT?
He's the GOAT, but I don't like, as a New England fan.
You put a but after it.
But, okay, he's the GOAT.
There you
I'll
go.
give you the, he's
There
the
you go.
GOAT. But
You just did
I
it
just
again.
need you to speak into the mic.
yeah, he's the GOAT. I got you. He's the GOAT. Greatest of all time.
That's it? You're
Well, why-
rolling over like
yeah,
that?
Why the rollover?
Because I'd rather have had Jimmy G. Yep. I said it.
One-time Super Bowl appearance, gonna get knocked out by a rookie, Jimmy G.
Do you-
Wild Brady's gonna turn 44 this year.
Do you realize, okay, I would understand that if you had said that Brady would have retired like a year or two after. We're still going to have to deal with him for like 4 more years probably. So that would have been
That's
7 seasons of him. It'll damn near be half his career if he had left then
Yeah.
somewhere else.
Yeah,
Alright.
which is also what, 3 rings if you count the Tampa one, but 2 rings with New England since then.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, bro, you don't. Come on.
I'd still rather have taken a younger quarterback. You knew he was going to leave at some point. We weren't going to pay him because he was old. And now we have Cam Newton for
Okay,
2
but
seasons. 2 seasons.
Last year sucked, terrible, but I think we're set up pretty good now.
No,
Yeah, do that.
it would have been great if it was a Celtics season. Cam was throwing bounce passes left and right. Those things are
The
chest-
C's
yeah.
are fucking garbage too.
Well, that's
Boston
don't need to-
sports
yeah.
is in a
You got the
disarray
bees
right now.
You got the bees.
Dude, tomorrow night.
tomorrow night.
Yep.
That's the first game of the playoffs.
Yeah, I think it was the only one on the schedule because Canadian Division North was still finishing because, yeah, I don't know.
Yep.
I'm still a little bit confused as to why you don't think that.
He's the GOAT. I just don't like him now.
I don't like him
I
right
don't like
now
him. I
either.
don't like him now. I don't
Were
like
you-
what
who-
the joke he made about Julian Edelman. I think it's.
What was
I
the
didn't
joke?
like it.
I didn't hear it.
He was like, he made the, well, okay, it wasn't a joke, more along as like a quote. He's like, Jules isn't retiring. He's just too afraid to tell Bill that he wants to come play in Tampa.
Oh yeah, I don't like.
I don't,
he's
I
feeding
don't like
into
it. I love
but we all know
Edelman.
that's
I
a
don't want to hear it.
I'm gonna get
Yeah.
a little deep on it though.
Yeah.
Did you see how fucking happy he looked after he won that year? Down drinking beers, like living it up down there. Don't you think he deserves
On
to
the-
kind of do what he wants a little bit
Yeah.
now? Like he's pretty much runs that team.
Dude, that's
he's
the best.
fucking blacked out at the parade, which
He's-
he never was in New England.
Which is ridiculous. Is the dude essentially retired from his career, which is a New England Patriot. All in all, no one's ever not going to remember him as anything but a New England Patriot. And his retirement party, happens to be winning a freaking Super Bowl last year. And then he gets the party like he's 22 and single and not married to a supermodel.
That was one of the best offenses we'll ever see on paper. Best.
Yeah,
by
maybe
far.
like 4
Best.
years ago.
Yeah,
What are you talking?
No one was in their
Brown
prime,
and
though.
Dude, get the
If anyone was in their prime,
Mike Evans.
they would have
Chris-
broke records. Is what I'm saying. Like there was
Yeah.
1 or 2 guys in their prime.
Who would you rather
With
have?
that offense last year that Tampa had, there's no way that you can't win a Super Bowl. Your slot, your third wide receiver is Antonio Brown.
Yeah, that
Let
guy's
that sink in. Yeah, that guy's not. Are you
He's a-
kidding me?
He's a shell of what he was. He's a third wide receiver. You just said it yourself.
Dude, a shell. He's a shell.
Of what he was as a number 1 with
Why am I
Pittsburgh.
sitting like this, Rick?
You're invested.
I'm just like watching. I get to see it here. I can look back at you guys.
Okay,
if
I'm just
Gronk
saying-
was in his prime, that is hands down the best team ever.
Yeah, that the dude was playing.
That's the
as a
best
skeleton.
offense. You have the best quarterback to ever play. You have 3
I thought he wasn't.
starting running.
Oh, the best. Okay, he's not the greatest of all time.
You
but
know, it's
he's
just the best. He's
Oh,
the
okay,
best.
okay,
Like,
okay.
It's different.
Yeah.
You have 3 starting running backs. You have the best wide receiver core in the game, and you have 2 stud tight ends. How is that not the
Who
best?
the hell is their other stud tight end?
Howard. Is that it?
OJ
O.J.
Howard.
Howard?
OJ Howard.
I don't even know if he's on the team.
We were trying to trade
don't
for
think
him.
he was
We
on
were
the
trying
team.
to trade for him, buddy. I'm just saying that there's no way. Okay, so yes, I think Brady deserved that win.
I'm done talking about Tampa Bay sports.
Okay, you're right.
Were you rooting for fucking Mahomes then?
Yeah, I'll take Mahomes any day over Brady
It
getting
would've been
another
a lot-
ring from a different franchise.
But it would
I
have
will
been a
take that
lot.
all day.
It would have been a lot more achievable for him to catch Brady if it was 6-2 instead of 7-1.
Yeah, I was rooting for Tampa, undoubtedly.
Yeah, as was I. As was I. My phone locked. It locked. Yeah, it locked. I'm sorry. Well, what are your feels going to be then? I think it's week 4 when Tampa Bay comes to.
We're going to that game.
I'm not. frick that.
Yeah.
You wouldn't want to go see him play in Foxborough one more time?
I might cry.
Yeah, but how sick would it be when he comes out?
What's he gonna? Oh, they don't know. The
You know
song
what?
for
You know
him.
what? Huh?
You think you think they're gonna play the song when he comes out?
I think
Oh fuck no. Definitely not.
I get a little
be
chills with that right now. You wanna know what the best time to ever hear that song
Mm-hmm.
is? When you're tailgating like 20 beers deep and you're in the parking lot and all this, because you don't never make it in for it. You always say you're going to, and you never do, and all of a sudden you just hear that.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Tom.
Brady.
No, I'll go to the game, but I bet you it's impossible to get a rain out in football, but there might be one because God would be crying because he doesn't want to see Brady grace Gillette Stadium in any other jersey. So it could be one of the first games canceled because of rain.
Cancel.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
God's a Brady fan.
Yeah.
Fact.
He has to. I've decided I'm going to keep the tattoo on my leg because no matter what, it symbolizes a long period of my life.
I like
Well,
that too.
you'll never see anything like it again.
Dude, what?
You'll never see a quarterback like that again.
I don't
You're
know
10
if I'm
years old to 30
am I
years
a
old?
I don't know if I'm a fair weather fan or not, but I realized that I think this year I'll be a little bit different now that I needed the buffer year, but I think I realized that I liked Tom Brady a lot more than I liked even the NFL as a whole.
No, it's essentially what you said. He had such an impression on your life that's why you're a Brady fan. Because of him, you're going to carry and be a Patriots fan the rest of your life. Like you said, it's going to be like a 4-year transition where you still see Brady as a Buck and you're like, shit, do I just like Brady or I'm of course a Patriots fan. That's where your roots are. That's where you lived your whole life. But because of his impact on the franchise, on the
But I didn't even. What's
freaking
up?
area.
Oh,
What?
do you want to go grab him? Maybe check, make sure he's alive.
Who?
Yeah,
So
who
we
you talking
left Stark at the house.
about? Oh, that's good.
Outside. He
Yeah,
should be
yeah,
alright.
yeah.
It's
He'll
nice
be
out.
fine. Yeah.
It is fun.
No, he'll be fine.
No, what I
He
think
had his
about
little
the
orange
past,
carrot thing. That was
now
good.
watching Edelman retire, Gronk's gone. It is weird to watch him disassemble kind of from what we grew up, like the core, the boys. I loved
Well,
like
that's not even. Yeah, go ahead.
no, but you know what I mean, like
All we got is Jimmy left. Sweet feet.
I would say, yeah, that's not even
yeah,
like
but
the core.
that's a pretty good one to have. But
core is like
Edelman stings.
Brewski. It started with the boys on defense.
Seymour,
Brewski,
yeah,
Seymour,
oh my
Ty Law.
God.
But the
Yeah.
turnover of always having Brady there wasn't a big deal watching the team change. Now you're looking at a completely different fucking.
Yeah, I know
Yeah.
what you're saying. So you're
No,
right. Though.
that- it is
like
hard to
the
watch
end,
that, yeah.
It's fizzling out that dynasty that we saw.
Edelman retiring, dude. I know that Brady to a new team sucks, but Edelman retiring, like with him in Gillette doing that video, that sucked. That sucked to watch that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I think that video was tough. I remember Dave was like, "Don't watch it." I watched it. I was sitting on the toilet and I actually teared up and I was like,
Yeah.
"Wait until you're ready and comfortable to cry a little bit to watch it."
I haven't watched it yet. I'll do it like I did.
You
with
still
the
haven't watched it?
you haven't watched
No.
the entire thing?
No.
Dude, it is sad.
I'll
I watched it on the
before
way home
year
from work and I
week.
was like,
yeah.
Do you think that it's gonna go to? We'll end up this weekend like last one where we just stay up to like 4 a.m. watching New England sports highlights on on the TV.
Yeah, dude, the
100%.
Sox are good this year. So freaking
watching a lot of the Sox.
How?
Well, it's a camaraderie thing. It's like a 2013 team. Come into the year not expecting much, being like, oh, okay,
You
kind
wanna-
of like that guy.
One of my
he's a scrapper.
favorite memories now, experiences with like the Red Sox and ever since moving here was I really didn't even know Rue for that long. I think it was a year maybe at that point. And he's a fucking diehard Yankees fan. The dude still has a Yankees wallet, you know.
that a boy.
So
Velcro, Velcro, still snap. He said
it's
yes.
actually a very
he
nice
said
wallet.
yes.
It's actually a very nice wallet. But he's a big Yankees fan, like us
Yeah,
with
the
Boston
Velcro
sports.
still sticks. Yeah.
So that was the year the Sox were studs, and after the
Well,
Yankees
which one of
won,
the four? Because the
That's
Sox
true.
have won 4 World Series this millennium, and the
Since-
Yankees have won the one. Okay, so which year did the Sox were the Suds?
It
Or?
was the only one that I knew Rurik at the
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
But it was the only
18.
one living down here.
18,
So
yeah.
it hit a little different. There was a year they were really good. But that was after game 3 of the ALDS. After game 2 that the Yankees won. And he came back with the boombox playing New York, New York. So
Yeah.
when all Yankees fans would walk into the gym that next day, that song was on repeat on the speakers.
Yep.
And Rurik was very sad, but it just brought me a lot of joy. Yeah, he was pretty. And I actually
And
thought
it
he was
wasn't-
going to hit me at one point.
Yeah,
It
it's not
actually
even a
struck nerves.
cathartic thing. He's just straight angry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It was, but it was because living here, I mean, you're in the heart of fucking Yankee fan.
Yeah.
Down here, there's actually surprisingly a lot more Boston fans than I ever thought. down in this area. There's a lot of transplants working in New York City and shit.
And they just know who the true blue-collar grinder team is that's easier to root for than those damn striped uniforms.
I still haven't been to Yankee Stadium.
That's a good call. I mean, my
Really?
dad.
Have you
grew up
been to
in New York.
Fenway? Mm-hmm. Brandon?
I was there for Jeter's last game.
Oh,
that's a big deal.
he hit a walk-off, didn't he?
No, he just walked
That
at
was
Fenway.
last game.
Last home game. Okay, yeah.
He hit like an infield single.
Yeah.
Like,
They shouldn't even have played him.
and they took him out.
Yeah.
They should have just let his last ever at bat be that walk off. They shouldn't have played him again after that. They
That's
played him
right,
once
Jeter-
on the road for the Fenway fans.
That's what it was. His last home game, but his last game in general
He hit
was
like
at
an
Fenway.
infield single.
That's right.
And they took him out.
Yeah, yeah. See, good job by them though, because I remember I would have told you that Jeter's walk-off game, which was his last game at Yankee Stadium, was his last game ever. Yeah, yeah.
Rank me. We'll
Porn-
go Rowe first, even though I know this one. Rank me.
Top 4 porn stars.
Yes, in the
Mount Rushmore.
top 4 porn stars. We can do that after.
Okay, all right, deal.
20 and below, and since you've been 20 years
Your
old.
in order your sports teams for Boston. Who do you like the most? Who do you follow
Okay,
the most?
well,
We
it'd
all
be
know who
the
one
New
is.
England Patriots, best team ever.
I know
Spell
the next
that.
one.
Spell that. Just the Patriots part.
Oh, we'll get to that. The Bruins,
He's writing it down. By
the
the way.
Bruins, and that's all I care about. There you go. I don't watch basketball. I don't watch baseball. Okay, so I'll do Celtics and then Red Sox.
Wait, the Red Sox are last.
Yeah, yeah.
Where
Yeah.
would you put the New England
Stocky.
Revolution?
Ooh, above the Sox.
Oh my god.
Why do you hate baseball so much? You grew up with baseball with my dad being your coach.
I just, it's not my thing. It's like if I wanted to watch NASCAR, I'd watch NASCAR over baseball.
When I lived with you,
Water polo.
it was 2013 World Series.
Okay, but that's playoff. Any playoff sports, I can get drunk and be behind. It's just
We wouldn't even drink. It'd be the weekdays.
yeah, that would stop us from drinking.
Well, I'm just saying. What got us pumped was, say you were in bed because it was a weekday and you had to get up for work.
Six
Forget-
guys in my living room.
We
Yeah, I'm
would
gonna go
throw.
down.
Well, there's always 6 guys in the
Yeah.
living room. Doesn't matter where you live. But we would do the Daniel Bryan thing every time they won. Remember? And then Shane Victorino had the
Yes.
No.
yes.
Oh yeah.
And then
would do
Shane
that.
Victorino had the 3 little birds, and we would blast those 2 after every game, and also because the Red Sox were doing at the time the Drake song, "Start It From the Bottom." We go those 3.
We
We'd
would.
always come out and get riled up.
But I'm down with it when everyone's excited about it. But I can't sit there for an entire game unless
Yeah.
I'm drinking.
Not a lot of people can. Even take last night.
Dude,
for
I don't
example.
watch baseball in the middle of the summer. I don't really give a fuck who
Well,
it is
well-
unless the Sox are playing the Yankees.
All right,
Like, I
so-
won't watch the Red Sox play the A's on a Thursday night at 7 o'clock. I really just
yeah.
won't watch
It's
it.
funny you said that. Wait, what did you just say? The Red Sox play the A's on a Thursday night.
At 7.
I literally did last night.
You were
They
hyped.
literally played the A's last night at 7, and it was just like Griff was chilling, I was chilling, Julie was at a happy hour, and I just downloaded the Preakness racing sheets, so I was scribing that on my iPad, reading the horses. Had the Red Sox
Wait,
game on.
speaking
They
of
smoke.
horses.
The Red Sox smoke.
Where-
Do
by the way.
any of you, either one of you guys, watch Peaky Blinders?
Oh, I
No,
haven't
dude, I
picked
want
up
to get
yet.
into it.
When I,
wanna
say
get
yet,
into it.
the last 7 years that it's been out, but
Get
that'll
there.
be a binge that I'll do.
I
at some
just
point.
binged it in a week.
Yeah, exactly.
In a
6
week?
days. 5 seasons.
Give me.
It's so fucking good.
Okay. Is it better than Game of Thrones?
It's so different.
But okay, so I'd probably watch.
You
that
fall
one
in love, like you end up really just you fall in love with the characters, so you're super invested in
More like
them.
Sons-ish?
It's a lot like Sons,
Yeah.
dude. If you like
Okay.
Sons of Anarchy,
Yeah,
you'll
of course.
love it.
Yeah.
And like if you watch Yellowstone,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
If you like Yellowstone, you'll
That's
like that
coming
too.
up actually next
Yeah.
month, right?
We have a nice setup this summer. We have Yellowstone, we have Outer Banks, we have Stranger Things 3.
Outer
Ooh,
Banks,
Stranger
kid.
Things. Yeah.
Yeah,
We
have
also
a good
have the
lineup.
outdoors come
Yeah.
summer.
What's
so
her name?
we won't be
Sarah?
watching much TV.
What is it? Sarah.
Sarah Cameron.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, we have a nice lineup there. But sorry, yeah, you said Preakness. And
No.
a lot of like Peaky Blinders is
Yeah.
is like they run horse races.
Yeah.
All right.
We didn't get your 4.
Oh yeah.
Boston.
I think this one will come to a surprise to a lot of people, but it's like something that can't ever be unseated because I think it goes back to when the Patriots sucked.
Yeah.
Like the Reds, like for me, it's the Red Sox, Patriots, or the Bruins, Celtics.
Yeah.
I love Tom Brady more than anything, but like the B, there's something about the Reds. It'll always be, even though I think it's different because to sit down and invest your day around one game, 16 weeks of the
Yeah.
year is so different than having to commit and watching meaningless games in June and July, but like when the Red Sox win, and it might be because we got accustomed to the Patriots winning so much, but realistically, no. Because in that same time period that the Patriots won 6, the Sox won fucking 4.
Yeah.
So it's not like
Well, we've been starved for championships as
It is weird.
youth, as adolescents here, and growing
what
up.
was it? 17 or 18? I forget.
Well,
Since
what
2000.
we should count them.
Let's
We
count
can take
'em.
this time to
Let's
count
count 'em. Well, let's start with the Bees.
Well, we get the one, 2011.
Should have
C's.
been fucking 2 years ago.
Should have been 3.
Ru-
Blackhawks
Yeah,
in
Blackhawks
2013.
2013.
I was
That
gonna
was
say, I
fucking
think that's-
demoralizing. They scored
Yeah.
2 goals in like fucking.
Casper's
20 seconds.
Dogovins, freaking a good shot.
You're
I say
seriously
good.
gonna sit here and count every dude? It's gonna take too long.
It might.
Yeah, it's gonna
It
take too
might.
long.
Well, it's easy if you break it down by team.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have 2 there, so the Bees and Celts 2, and
Yeah.
then you go 4,
6 is 12.
12.
Oh shit, we should have let Rowe do the math. God damn it, that would have
that's true.
filled the podcast.
No,
more.
you guys did great.
Yeah.
You guys did great.
All right, do them
Thank you.
backwards. 12 minus the Patriots 6 is
6.
okay.
Thank you.
Now let's take away the Red Sox 4.
6. That's 2.
Nice, good. And then you got how many each for those other teams?
I don't know.
Oh,
Lost me
let's do
6.
this one.
So 6.
Well,
6.
let's hear your 4 first, and I got a nice follow-up question.
No, it's such a close 1A, 1B for me. Like you said, my dad was a Red Sox fan. My grandfather was a Red Sox fan, grew up in Rhode Island. My dad grew up in New York City, a Red Sox fan, because my grandfather was. And my grandfather, old dude, or he's dead, but thanks for bringing that up, bro.
Yo, Pizza, will you
Sorry
fire
about
me
that.
that phone that's plugged
Yeah.
in right there? Just throw it to me.
But like that,
You
it's
probably
called
wasn't
America's pastime for a reason. Baseball was the biggest thing.
Nah.
So, growing up as a kid, hearing about the struggles of being a Red Sox fan, not directly, but just inferring, right? Being a baseball fan, for my 10th birthday or whatever, I got the 1999 or 2000 baseball encyclopedia. The thing was green. It was bigger than 4 Harry Potter books combined. And I would just go through it and like read all the stats. Now, you can do that on your frickin' phone. But I asked for that so I could like go through, get all the stats, because I'd go every night, read the box scores in a fucking newspaper. Sorry for swearing.
So you're a fucking loser.
Swear it
Yeah.
up.
Okay.
You're a loser. mean,
I was.
yeah,
And
yeah,
why do you think
yeah,
I'm good at math? Because I used to read box scores.
Wait, can we quick talk of
Yeah.
when you tag Rowe on Instagram still? His name's Romaine Lettuce. Didn't you make that?
He's
Yeah,
made
yeah.
every sit on and rotate is my Snapchat. He made that.
Is
He
your
made my
Snapchat
Instagram.
selling hot dogs?
Selling hot dongs. I thought it was gonna be like a fling app, and it was
You still
in
have
college.
it?
Yeah. It was 2012, and Snapchat came out, and we're like, yep, this is probably not just sending nudes around. So I'd Snapchat like Halloran or LaHare, like my dong when I knew they were in class on the toilet. Like I'd be
Yeah.
pooping, and
Yeah.
I'd snap my dong.
mature.
So selling hot dongs,
I love it.
and I don't know if you can change it. I think it's tied to my phone number. So
No, it's hard to
almost
change your
10 years
Snapchat
later.
freaking handle.
David O'Connell selling hot
We were
dogs.
shit faced, and he made mine, and I didn't know the password forever, so I just had to do like. I remember us sitting there, and you made my Instagram.
Probably made it Rose a bitch.
throw me one of those-
You could
those
have
lights?
guessed it.
Probably.
Oh, sorry to interrupt. So yeah, baseball. So it's socks over pads.
No, I was just giving you the background. Yeah, not that I'm having to justify it, but I fucking love the Patriots, and like you said, it's the best thing because it's once a week, and it's a rallying point, and it's appointment viewing. Going back to what you said too, unlike the Sox, where me, couple other people are the only ones watching Red Sox A's on a Thursday night
Yeah.
at 7:00. So people see that and it's like, oh, baseball's boring. But when it's like ingrained in you, I think at this point in my life, it's probably Patriots 1A. But that Sox is a surprising, such a neck and neck 1B. I mean, the only thing that I threw to Tut, which we could get to, is rank your championships.
Yeah, we're
which you
definitely
just
gonna hit
did.
that.
Yeah, and I'm alluding to it, but that one's not a Patriots championship. That one is clear cut 04 Red Sox for me. Like that just hit different. I was coming home from school on that midnight to 4 p.m. weird swing. Was it game 4 to game 5 or game 5 to game 6? I can't remember off the top of my head.
They were down
whatever one it
3-0
was.
to the Yanks.
Yeah,
right?
that one. That
only
one.
time in
that one
history.
that might have happened. Yeah, but I had my glove, and I'm sitting there, that same black recliner that's at my apartment now.
Yeah.
that I've had forever. And I'm sitting there just like pepper in my mitt, sitting in a chair, like stressing and feeling it, and it's the most pain and euphoria I was feeling with every pitch. And that's why, yeah, baseball is mad boring during the summer. Don't watch 40, or you watch 40 at 162 games maybe during the regular season.
It's the same thing with the bees. Like,
I still watch the games in the summer, but I won't like stop doing. Football you stop
hits
doing.
Different. It hits way different.
My biggest memory of a summer childhood night, still to this day, when I think of a nice summer, it's me and my dad laying at my house in New Hampshire, screen door open, like summer breeze with the Red Sox on the TV.
Yeah.
Like to me, that is what a summer night feels like. And it's watching the Red Sox on the TV.
Wicked similar.
Yeah, so you guys are just different than me. So it's my old man every Sunday watching the Pats.
Yeah.
So that's so you guys were a baseball, both of you were baseball households. I was just
There's no right or wrong.
Yeah. No. It's just like
it's just weird that you're you love New England, you love Boston, you love the Patriots and the Bruins so much, and then you kind of despise the other sports.
I don't despise them. I think they're boring until you get to the playoffs. Once you get to the playoffs, I think any sport, once the bullshit's out of the way of the regular season, I think playoff time is win it or lose it.
For the city.
Yeah, and I think I can get behind when you got a bunch of friends watching it, even if I'm a fair weather fan or not a fan at all. You get into it, dude. You just get roped into like his emotion. You can feed off that. So like, or your emotion, whatever.
That doesn't swing up and down that much. So
that's what you're the best. You might be the best. That's what blows my mind, right? So nothing against it, but I don't even think I like professional sports enough to be a fan of a team that's not from my city.
Yeah.
It's more like, and again, we're not from Boston, we're from New Hampshire, but New England, right? So when people are like, I'm a Packers fan, a Braves fan, a Carolina Hurricanes fan, and I'm like, I don't really, I don't like professional sports that much to just pick a random team and like them.
No, and the thing is,
I like it
we're not disputing that they're not fans of them, but it hits different. Again,
when your city wins.
It's the passion that you feel of the rallying cry. It's like you go to school the next day, you go to work the next day. For our parents, like at the time, they're in all these championships, but that's what you talk about, and you're like, oh yeah, remember that? Like, oh shit, he freaking missed that catch here. Like Welker, I'm thinking of Welker in my head. Fucking Super Bowl
against the Giants. Well, there's something different about it too. I said it, and it's a really terrible thing to say, but as a New England sports fan, until Brady retired, because we kept winning so much, Red Sox, Patriots, you felt like there was New England fans. Then there was your tier 2, your Yankees, Packers, like really, maybe you're above everyone else for the last 20 years because they won so fucking much.
That's true though. We were. That's why we were the most hated fans in the world. That's why Tom Brady, now that he's in the box, he's even hated even more because he just keeps winning no matter where he goes.
Rowe keeps talking about this guy who didn't say was the GOAT.
I got a dog.
He was a GOAT when he was wearing a Patriots uniform. The Bucs, dude. I would just, if I was a professional athlete, I'd want to finish out who gave me a chance.
Who do you blame for it?
Who do I blame for it? I think Bill wanted him gone. I think he wants to rebuild and make it, and I think Kraft probably fought him on it a little bit, just like the Jimmy G thing. But I think Bill was eventually just like, listen, you could win for a couple more years, or we can't bring in new talent, so it's going to stunt our growth. And they made a call. I think it was the wrong call.
Yeah,
but
it's a working relationship.
I think it was a wrong call too. Like you know what? I think everyone in New England would have said if we went 0-16 for the next 5 years, but to have Brady stay in a Pats uniform, we all would have fucking taken it.
Yeah, I know.
You know, it's like it fucking sucks, but you kind of got to respect Bill's professional thing because I really don't think it's ego that he's like, it's time to go. So we're not 0-16 for the next 5 years if we have to pay Brady this much money with who are the other people we have on our
right.
Question of the day: Bill or Brady? Who would if Brady didn't go to Tampa?
Did you just think of this question?
No, I just want to know your guys' opinion.
You didn't watch football last year?
I just want to know your opinion. Okay. Back to my point. Best offense you'll ever see.
That's true. It's an unfair statement to make when you compare last year because
Mike Evans,
the team that the Patriots put on the field where it was a fucking joke. But to that point, Brady took that same team and made the playoffs the year before.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
That's
the same fucking team. They didn't lose anyone big that year. Besides, Edelman was a little unhealthy.
You can't compare Cam Newton to Tom Brady. Really, you can't make that comparison at all.
It's a loaded fucking question.
I've never liked Cam Newton. Do I like him now? Yeah, only because he's on my team. That's the only reason I like him. He's thrown picks. He's only been the MVP of one season. Like, it's not like he's accomplished a shit ton. I was telling Dave, I would have taken Sam Darnold and tried to do something with him. I would have taken anybody over Kim.
Jets.
Yeah, screw the Jets. I mean, we're not as bad as the Eagles. Thank God, but like we're still at that point, you know.
It's a loaded question because you can do both things. You can say, look at last year, but then you can also say, look when Brady was out those 4 games that year, how fucking good they were. But then that team did go on to win the Super Bowl, so clearly it was a good team.
Yeah.
I don't think that it's fucking hard because the Bucs sucked 2 years ago, but they also didn't have AB, they didn't have Gronk, they didn't have
Arians.
They didn't have McCoy.
Yeah.
You know, they didn't have Fournette,
Dude,
right? They didn't have Fournette?
No, they got Fournette this year.
last year. Yeah, last
so like
year.
that team was so fucking different. And realistically,
Team was friggin' stacked. You'll never see an offense like that ever again.
We
No,
did.
you might, but if it's only rookies,
already
if it's a bunch
seen
of
that in 2011 with the New England Patriots, kid.
did you see Brady said that he would trade more than 2 rings to have gone undefeated in 2007, 2008, and that makes that hurt so much fucking worse for me.
Dude, they had that
knowing,
game.
Fuck
They
you,
had that
Rick.
game.
Rick's a
One
Giants
catch.
fan.
I saw
One
that.
catch. Luckiest catch ever.
I saw his quote, and I choose to believe that he would give up his Bucs Super Bowl, and then maybe the Rams.
The Rams was irrelevant, honestly.
Well,
that one.
Edelman won the MVP. Hey.
Yeah.
What a beautiful cap
What's
to a
your
beautiful
favorite
documentary.
of? I guess we're kind of on the Patriots there. I was gonna say your favorite Boston sports championship.
No. Talk about it. I'm gonna set this one out. You guys talk about the
Mine
Sox.
is different.
04.
Mine's not the Sox.
Mine's 04.
Mine's-
Mine's Atlanta.
easy.
Mine's the Seahawks Super Bowl for the Pats.
Yeah.
Hands
Really? It's
down.
not
that
Atlanta?
whole no.
Mine would be Atlanta. For the
Atlanta
Mine
was
would be Atlanta.
Seahawks
Yeah,
is-
dude.
Nah,
Yeah.
Seahawks was
Yeah.
one, man. It was like, again, they're back again, 3rd time in a row against a team. The defense was the best ever. The Patriots sucked early in the year. That was a 2-2 year. It was like they hadn't won since
On the Cincinnati year,
2005
wasn't
or
it?
6. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like that Patriots team really, I didn't think was that good. I think it was just kind of like everything kind of came together, and it had been so long. They were down 14 twice against the Ravens.
Yeah.
And the AFC
Oh, yeah.
Championship was a blowout, but there was so much shit.
Well, the AFC Championship game was a
And
blowout
that-
because
dude,
of the footballs, Chris.
deflaky.
They were
Oh,
so
shut
deflated.
up.
I hate science.
at that game.
I hate
We
science.
were both at it.
Yeah.
Marchand walked right by us.
Yeah, that's right. Up
Yeah.
at the deck.
Marchand's
Yeah.
my favorite Bruin of all time,
Yeah,
by the
well,
way.
he's the goat.
Yeah.
I think it was, and it was, I mean, for me, it was the year my grandmother died in December. It's a fucked up thing because in 2013, my grandfather died right before the Red Sox won. He's looking down, sends a victory. And then 2014, the Seahawks won, same thing. He's looking down, sends a victory.
Yeah.
That's how I know that's why that one was fucking sick. I mean, among so many other things, but
No, that's
it was after the weight of, was it 10 years? 11
Yeah.
years?
Yeah, it was
2006?
10.
It was 10 years. 2005.
Yeah. 2004-05 season was the year they beat the Eagles, and then 14-15.
And they had lost 2 ways,
and then
fucking brutally before. And then the way
Carolina
that game,
2004?
ended was sick. And being down 10 to the best defense of all time, with fucking 9 minutes left, was like,
Because of the Patriots hate it, and people will still say this regardless. No, there's no championship Game 7 Super Bowl that will ever end the way that game ended.
no.
The Malcolm Butler and
I wish
Jeffrey
that I was. I
didn't
wish
see
I
it.
could
Oh my
remember
God,
it. I was
dude.
blacked
I was-
out. I don't remember it at all.
I was with Rowe.
Yeah, we were together, and
We're not allowed to watch any final games together
and
anymore.
Well, we
cursed.
just watched the one. We can at least
Dude,
try to
and this
snap
was
that
yeah.
streak.
Well, no. All right, so both Super
Rose
Bowls,
said he's
Atlanta
never
won.
leaving his house again for it.
I'm never leaving. I'm never leaving the 603 for a Super Bowl ever again after that game. Me and Dave, for the Atlanta
Seahawks.
Super Bowl.
No, Seahawks.
Well, the Seahawks when we were together, and just Curse was on the
Yes,
sideline.
yes,
Just
that was
made
a
a
bobble
ridiculous
catch.
catch.
That
And
was
we're
a
like,
bobble
holy
catch.
shit, here we go. Lynch, we're like, okay, he's gonna run it in. Game over.
Well, you forgot if you're gonna. Are you stepping up to what Jeffrey did?
Yeah. So
So
Gallo
after the
just
curse-
takes off, dude.
No.
Gallo takes off.
Here, I'll
Okay,
set,
yeah,
I'll set the
go
picture
ahead,
a little
go
bit more. Buddy Phil's over here, Rowe's over here. Me and Jeff are sitting in a love seat, like looking directly at a TV, and just the curse bobbled whatever catch happened. It would have been truly as ton as it is, but the Patriots just would have been cursed. Tom Brady needed a 4th Super Bowl to prove that he was equal to Montana, even though all Patriots fans knew at the time the dude was the best quarterback of all time. Even at 3, you could have just made the argument for him. But 4 just puts him in that upper stratosphere, tied Bradshaw, Montana, and then you look at everything else, and he is the GOAT since he's proven that 7 is okay, so he's probably GOAT. Okay. Anyways, that's why that's my second favorite Boston sports championship, because that one put him over the edge.
Oh, yeah.
But anyways, the curse catch happens, and Gallo's sitting next to me, and we're both like silent. And I just like have my hand, I remember exactly. I have my hands over my, not good for a podcast, but I have my hands over my mouth, and I'm just like, dude, fucking helmet catch part 3. Because the helmet catch was one.
Manningham.
The Manningham,
yeah.
Whatever, but they're all related to the helmet catch, which is the most, Rourke. Fucking most bullshit one. But it's like helmet catch part 3. And everyone, Rowe's silent, Phil's silent, just sits there. And Jeff just stands up, walks into the kitchen, grabs a Tostitos bag, Gronk spike it, and he goes, fucking helmet catch part 3. Fucking shit. Grabs a broom, slams it against the wall.
Jeffy?
Like, no. Gallo.
No, but then he goes
It's
into the
at Gallo's
garage
house.
and he starts messing stuff up in the garage. And that's when we're like, oh shit, Lynch is just going to get an easy handoff. And all of a sudden, you see Butler.
Well, Hightower tackled him.
Yeah,
first, because we're like, get in.
My favorite defensive player for the past of all time.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, you see Butler just snag it. And we're just like, no way. And we go crazy. And Jeff's in his garage just doing whatever, dude. Just tearing shit down.
So Rowe's not telling the story properly.
Okay. All right, go for it.
Well, it is exactly what happened, but the details that you're omitting
He left
are...
out the nice, juicy
Yeah.
details.
Yeah.
So we're sitting there, and we're silent, and then it's just like, we're yelling at the TV for Hightower to fucking miss the tackle or let Lynch get in, because at the time, you would have had Brady at least be able to get the ball back, maybe go down the field, miraculously tie the game. Well, because it would have been 31-28.
That's what they did in 11 against the Giants, though.
Right. And they let not Deion Lewis, he was a go-pat, but whoever the little Bradshaw, right? Yeah, Maud Bradshaw get in.
I forget that you're a Giants fan, Rue.
Yeah, that's hard.
You're lucky you got a nice smile.
But freaking, so we're like, let him get in. Tick, 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 tick. Russell drops back. You don't know what happened. You just see nothing. And it's just like, what? Like, Butler had the ball, and you see him, like, squirming to get over the goal line. And you're like, what the fuck? What the fuck just happened? Oh, my God. And I go and I grab Rowe, and I pick him up. And, I mean, these are low ceilings, by the way. But Rowe's head was going to hit the fan at Gallo's parents, because they're at the Super Bowl. So we're at Gallo's parents' house, by the way. And Rowe's like, Dave, let me down, the fan. I'm like, oh, shit. I put him down, like, bear hug him. And I'm like, oh, my God, where the hell's Jeff? And I go to open the front door to check if he's in the garage, and he wasn't. And he's down by the street, and it was a wicked big snowstorm that night. Like, I didn't have work the next day when you used to go into the office. And so...
Like, you would have been at work anyway.
Well, yeah, obviously. Got the strap. But Jeff's down at the street, and I'm like, he has 2, like, abrovite bush trees things here out his front door. And I'm, like, holding on to it because I just don't know what to do. I'm like, Jeff, Butler just picked it. Meanwhile, no one knew who the fuck Butler was. I mean, we did as Patriots fans.
Was this your apartment by the skate park?
No.
So we're at Gallo's house.
That's what Rowe did to celebrate. He went to the skate park and did a couple kickflips. But,
Dita looks like he's going there right now.
Yeah.
I know. What's up with the Vans?
He's a skater boy.
You're missing the whole story about Gallo.
Yeah. So Gallo's down there, and the freaking snow's coming down. I'm grabbing the Abrevieties. I'm like, Jeff, Butler just picked it. Pat's gonna win the Super Bowl. Brady's gonna win his 4th. Whatever the fuck I said. And you just hear his head just rip around. He's like down a driveway. Not as big of a hill as yours, but like same length as at your house, Tut. And he's just like, no. And he sprints up, and I give him a hug, and he's like, what the fuck? And this kid is a bigger Patriots fan than all of us.
Combined, maybe.
Yeah. And he fucking missed that pick, because when we watch the game together, it's like one person blows up to take the rage of the entire room. And that happened to be him. Thank God I got to see it live. But.
Yeah.
I keep picturing it in your old apartment with him for some reason. The one on UNH on that main road.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why.
On Mill Road, yeah.
Yep.
I don't think I've ever been. I could see. So Gallo had to get so pissed off he ran like down a long driveway to the garage by himself.
He was in the garage, and then he was just gone.
Dude, yeah.
So like the time passed, and he was
heard
just
stuff
pacing
getting, like,
down the road.
broken and
probably.
stuff,
I could see him in the light underneath the snow. I was like, dude, what do you... obviously I'm thinking about the Patriots, but I'm like, the hell are you doing down there?
I must have been right on the brink of blackout during that, because as soon as he made the catch, we went in the kitchen at my Pennsylvania apartment and we chugged Shvedka, and then I don't remember the end of the game or celebrating.
Yeah.
So like, shit doesn't hit that quick. I must have been right on the verge. I might have just smelt it and it was like, boom.
You want to talk about?
I just woke up the next morning and Ashley was like, "The Pats won," and I was like, "Nice."
You want to talk about you being
Hell
blacked
yeah.
out? It was for that Eagles one.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
Hannah's got the funniest
Yeah.
video of you, bro.
Yeah. I was trying to open my eyes and my eyebrows were going up, but my eyelids weren't. Then I fell off the chair. We spiked the shit.
Yeah.
We slept together. I yelled at Hannah. It was like
Yeah, he did. It was so funny because Hannah was like, "Hey, Kirsten, you pick my coat up?" And he's like, "Get these eyes, dude. I've never seen. I don't think I've ever like seen him."
We started drinking at 11:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
No,
And he's like,
12:12.
"Did you say
There you
fuck
go.
you to her?" I don't know what you said to her, but she was just like, "Oh,
Okay.
I don't know. I don't remember
Shit.
anything.
yeah.
Yeah.
That was a.
She's
I
like,
think
"Oh,
Rowe
this
right
is so
now
funny."
I think Rowe's just trying to get a podcast apology from you for saying.
Oh, I'm sorry, Hannah.
Yeah.
But I don't
Thank
remember
you.
it.
He's just
I'm
sticking
gonna
up for
let
his
her know
wife.
to watch this that way. Yeah.
I apologize. I don't remember.
No, it was hilarious
That
because
was really black. I just remember falling off the chair. Was the last thing I remember. Waking up by your feet.
By that fake ficus that was
Yeah.
Josh's in my apartment. Yeah.
it was just you trying to fight falling asleep was the funniest thing I've ever seen. Like, just
I don't get to see my friends very much.
yeah, no, it was great.
Let alone a Super Bowl Sunday.
Yeah, it's true.
Beat up.
It's true. And the only other Super Bowl.
What's your favorite one then, Ro?
Atlanta, 110%. Because I sat there at halftime just thinking over and over in my head, why am I watching this right now? Why am I watching in the third quarter? All of a sudden, my phone, I got a FaceTime. And it was after probably the first touchdown they got in the third. I think it was.
21-9.
It might have been.
2:12 left.
Yeah.
So then it might have been the fourth quarter you FaceTime me. And I'm like, dude, I'm grin ear to ear. I'm so excited. And Dave's like, don't you fucking smile. He's like screaming at me through FaceTime. He's the one that FaceTimed me, dude. I'm excited. Like, I'm getting into it.
I didn't want you
like,
to move.
Yeah,
is
he's
what
like,
I
whatever
remember,
you're doing, just keep doing it. Like, don't smile, though. Don't smile. It's not over yet. And I was just like, dude.
Well,
and then,
He just called you to yell at you.
Yeah.
Dude, he did.
Well, I
It
just
was
wanted
like,
to
I
make
was
sure
just sitting
everything was
there.
normal. You weren't like, oh, okay, ooh, Patriots are coming back. Let me go cook. Ooh,
I don't think I
He does
said
that often.
Yeah.
yeah. I don't think I said anything between in that halftime. Like,
Yeah.
I just didn't move. I was just like stunned. I was like, how is this happening right now? And the one thing that just ignited me was the catch. And Edelman's the goat. Edelman's the goat to me.
Hey, what's lost in that is that was the year of the suspension.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
You
And he
forget
should've
that
won
because of the
MVP.
comeback.
Yeah,
Yeah, and he
yeah,
should have won
yeah.
MVP.
Bryant
Thank God
won
he
the
didn't, because
MVP, I think.
MVPs don't win the Super Bowl that same
Yeah.
year. With that game, I love that game. I think it does not that high up for me only because they won in 2014, but I also wasn't with any of my friends really or any Patriots fans. It was just me and Ashley, and I had to work the next morning at 4:30. And I remember I brought a 30 rack, no 24, over to Clark's house. And
Yep.
Clark wasn't there to watch. It was me and a couple other guys. I was like, I'm just gonna have a few because I got to work at 4:30. And I was sitting in the corner. I really wasn't talking to anyone. And then right when the fourth quarter ended, I went to get a beer, and there was not one Bud Light left. And everyone's like, dude, you're like stone sober. I'm like, fucking game. Like,
Well, that's what happens. Yeah.
and then I wouldn't move to get beers, so people had to bring me beers because I'm like, I'm not getting out of the
It's a
corner of this
superstition.
fucking
Oh,
couch.
yeah.
That's why, quite honestly, when you guys are talking about the Sox, the Pats have been that for so long. You just like pins and needles. You just get so excited about how well they're doing, and then that's why
It's
I love
way
the New
worse to
England Patriots.
watch a playoff baseball game, though, than it is to watch a football game. Football's quick,
Yeah.
right? And
Yeah.
it's like, okay, they score, you can come back now.
Yeah.
Baseball game, it's a fucking pitch, ball. Now you're fucking anxious for the next 30 seconds.
Oh, I know.
And you got to sit and do it again. And you got to sit and do it again. It's
And you
like,
hold your breath for like 0.6 seconds or whatever.
Yeah,
it is,
and then
but-
there's nothing
Every
worse
time.
than like when your team, like when Aaron Boone hit that fucking walk-off in 03, you just hit, you
Don't
see it and you're
remember
like, yeah, that's done. And it's like, they win that game, and guess what? You gotta fucking do it again the next night.
Yeah,
Like,
it's. I was jumping back to another point, but we've been tiptoeing around why each one of these sports championships is impressionable for us or whatever, and it's. I understand. Oh, it's just sports. You have no connection. But the thing is, you do. You have, like, if it's a family connection, if it's a friends connection. That's why Atlanta wasn't that. When you said that Atlanta wasn't that for you because you weren't around like your buddies. It's the camaraderie, and that's why, okay, yeah, a game is a game. It has no effect on your life, and when people say that, you just don't understand the yeah, you have passion and it's arbitrary and it's trivial. Sure, it's a game. Nah, like
Dude.
Unless whatever you're passionate about in life, and especially when you can rally that with your boys, your girls, whatever, your
Half the
family.
time I see you guys now is only to go to games together or like watch games together. Because
Yeah,
like when you go
let's
into
go to
life
shit,
and you
man.
don't live, you know, like
It's
I would
like
argue
having
that
dinner, you know
you
what I
guys
mean?
probably
Yeah.
see each other a lot more during football season than you do any other
Hey,
time of year.
Anytime we see each other for a game, it's a good time.
Yeah,
and that's what I love about it.
Let's talk about Christmas Eve with Rowe first before we get into the Patriots Chiefs fucking game. But we need a halftime. You got to read off the sponsorships and do a shotgun.
Hell yeah.
The buddies.
Yeah, go for it, God.
Give the man some keys, Ben.
We're the sponsorship.
Oh wait. No windy sleeves. Fast switch.
Okay.
That was cool. Who? Glow Commando.
Okay.
Stark.
Starts the
Stark
girl.
Industries.
Whatever speech you want to give. This is my favorite Rowe story of all time coming up. Second favorite. Besides, before you get going, I'll just tell my favorite one. I had a 3-seat Ford Ranger single bed, and we had one extra person because we were picking up some girls, and I had a toolbox in the bed. And it was just like, it wasn't even spoken of. We just kind of looked at Rowe, and he was like, I'll get in it. It was February. We put Rowe in the toolbox in my Ford Ranger, driving down 101. I'll be like, yo, you all right? And he's banging on the thing. He's like, you're still my bitch. As he's jammed in my toolbox in my truck.
Dude, I'm pretty sure that I got my feet were just like I couldn't feel my feet at a certain point, so I had to take my shoes off to fit.
Even with all the hair?
Yeah. Well, that's weird. I don't have too much on the bottom of my feet, but all right, do it up, guy.
Hold on, hold on. Was it Global?
Glow Commando.
Glow Commando.
Global.
Commando. Who's that?
This commercial break in the podcast brought to you by the GOAT, no windy sleeves. The GOAT, fast twitch. The GOAT, Glow Commando. 60 freaking 9, let's go.
Clean.
That was the quickest I've ever seen.
No, it's not. It's not quick. It's just the amount.
Yeah,
And it's clean.
Yeah, it
Very
was
little
clean.
spread. You
There's
know,
nothing
Rurik
around.
is the fastest shotgun I've ever
Yeah.
seen.
Like I'm
Can we do
never,
like a-
ever claim to be the fastest. I'm just always down to do one.
yeah.
Yeah, there's a reason why Rourke's the fastest.
Ruse the man.
And we're back from break. So
Oh, that's a
my favorite Patriots game watching together story, besides the one in person, was Bills, for many reasons actually. Christmas Eve.
Oh, yeah.
Bills Pats.
Vito
Rowe
was
comes
there.
over. Hannah's like, I think she was going out shopping. She's like, hey, don't get too fucking drunk with your friends. Great. B-Tut kept saying, hey, we're all doing shots together. And Rowe had like a bunch of beers. And then we were all taking water shots. And Rowe, what did he say? I don't know. And then Rowe was the only one taking Tito's vodka shots.
Out of flutes.
And then Rowe just progressively gets drunk. I have a video on my phone of him on the phone with Hannah. He's like, we're not drinking. Shoots a shot of vodka. Hannah gets to the house, picks him up. Rowe's blacked out. He's supposed to wrap presents. Didn't
that's
wrap
bad.
any.
Luckily, this was not the Christmas Eve that he proposed, by the way.
And then Dave spent that Christmas Eve at my house until like 3 a.m.
Dude.
that was a little earlier than that. I shoot away my parents going to Christmas Eve service.
I woke up at 9 o'clock that night, and she had been watching Christmas movies by herself. And I woke up, and she was coming to bed, and she was just
Well, you might have been
not-
watching, you just don't remember.
She was not having a good time. So I went out and got all of her gifts, and just like I was still pretty drunk, and I just tossed them on her lap. There's like a new laptop, like all this stuff, and I was just like, all right, I'm going to bed. It was not a good look.
Luckily, that was
not a good look.
Luckily, you have a better Christmas Eve in your guys' collection than that one. So
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the proposal.
yeah.
I remember that one. That
Dude,
was a
I'm
nice
pretty
one.
good at giving gifts. That's
You
like
are.
I don't know how you are with Ashley or you are with Julie.
Yeah.
But I don't do anything like I don't get gifts all year. Like, but once it comes to Christmas, like I'll spend.
You black out and you throw gifts on her lap.
Yeah, that sounds pretty fucking special to me.
Yeah, to anyone out there
throw me one
pursuing
of
a
those
relationship.
Coronas.
You give me a
That's how you do
laptop,
it.
dude. I'm pretty pumped.
Yeah.
You know, you give me
I like to
a
do
thing,
this
I'm pretty
sporadic.
pumped.
It's a laptop
I'm
for a
like
reason. You were giving it to her on her lap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Thank God
You're a
you
man-
get it,
yeah,
dude.
yeah,
That's
you're
what
a man
I'm
before
saying,
your
dude.
time.
You gotta talk to your sister a little bit more and understand, like, you know. But nah.
I'm
That
a
was
big
not
fan
bad.
of just because gifts.
Oh yeah.
Big fan. Like, Ash fucking busted her ass during quarantine. Last year worked during quarantine as she was pregnant.
That's not
she
just
had COVID,
because that's
baby.
because she's
You
the
know,
goat.
it was just like
Yeah.
she wasn't expecting anything. Boom, got her something she really wanted for a long time. I like those, and then you just keep it consistent into the holidays.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you get a little antsy. You'll get something in between instead of just doing a massive one on.
I got to take a page out of your book.
If yeah,
just-
dude,
I
I
just give my
gotta start
love.
doing that too. If
It's a gift that gives every day.
if I brought home flowers, which I've done before, and it's like, what did you buy? What did you do? So it's like, okay, I can't be sweet, I guess. You know, that's how, like where I'm at. Yeah, maybe I did buy something, but like I get you flowers, so it softens the blow. But
What did you do?
I bought a side by side.
So spend more money to buy her a gift for not making her mad at you for buying a side by side.
Yeah.
So what? Yeah, what's the flowers and the added to the side by side? Nothing. So you did the right thing.
Yeah, I think I did the right thing. I think that wasn't that bad of a move, honestly.
Do you still have the side by side?
Nah, sold it. Sold
It's
it.
a bad thing then.
But I didn't lose money on it. That's the whole thing, you know? If anything B-Tuts taught me, it's you buy toys, just don't lose money on it.
Resell them for
Resale.
more.
Yeah, that's right. So
That's a gift if you can do that.
That is
Because
a
those
gift.
things
does it
freaking
with
depreciate.
fucking everything.
Yeah.
I
It's
can't wait till he
actually
sells that ninja he bought. I'm gonna buy that and whatever.
But if you buy it, you know the rule. You got to sell for
Oh
more.
no! I'm definitely gonna lowball him.
Ben said your feet won't reach the
It
ground.
won't. I'm gonna have to lower it, but that's something I'm hoping I can work into the price.
Or dude, because platform shoes, no?
Yeah.
Ooh,
you've worn those
dude, I'll
before.
wear Tim's every time. I can
Yeah.
get free Tim's.
No,
good.
even more. Yeah.
Yeah, I might need something like that.
Yeah.
I want to
You might need something like
I
that.
want to hear
Just saying.
the
That looks about legit.
the night of the Patriots playoff game we went to together.
Oh, the cheese.
Oh Jesus, dude, I
I
don't
think Rowe
feel...
has the best story from it because he was the one that recollects the most about it. 'Cause
Yes.
you were.
No, okay,
I was-
so
Well, I recall everything. We all just have different stories because we ended up taking different paths.
essentially,
We all lost a lot of money in that fucking duffel bag of gear too.
Oh my
okay,
god.
I
the
still
most.
don't know. I got blamed for that, but I don't think I had the duffel bag on me. So to the listeners,
I just wanted the duffel bag back.
We went to before the game. We went to the pro shop and we all spent probably a couple hundred. I know I spent $200. I don't know.
Dave spent the most. You
Yeah,
got
Dave
two
probably spent like
authentic jerseys.
500, 600, whatever.
No,
And we-
I didn't. Don't.
You got two jerseys, bro. A jersey's like a $199 a piece.
All right. Road doesn't do math, right? So.
Okay, so $400. So you spend almost $400, and then whatever you bought. So we all put our merchandise into a duffel bag, carried around it all game. We all got blacked out at the game.
Actually, not true. No.
Dude, he took down like 3 people in our row.
You can't say we all got blacked out at the game.
Okay, so at the end of the
We
game,
were all really drunk.
we were really, really drunk.
Pretty blacked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's because we fucking put nips in my boot and brought him into the stadium.
Yeah. I
So-
remember. Keep going. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. So at the end of the game, we went to our buddy, Colonel Gallo's car because we tailgate with them all the time. We usually go to the games with them, and they gave us a bottle of wine, and
Just
like we
what we
needed
needed.
more alcohol. So somebody suggested we leave the bag with them, and we're like, nah, it's fine. We take the bag with us. We take the bottle with us, obviously. We finish the bottle before we get back into the stadium. After that, we tried to get into bars. One of us got kicked out. And then we got to Toby Keith's. I think it's Toby
No,
Keith's.
we went to see a scene.
I thought it was Bar Louie.
No,
we were at
went to
CBS
Toby.
scene.
No, we lost the bag at Toby Keith's.
Okay, well maybe we
Because
went to
we got
multiple.
kicked
did,
out.
of
We got
Toby
kicked
Keith's.
out. So
Yes, you're
our
right,
buddy
you're right.
Eric, who couldn't join us today, was with us
He's
as
not
well.
dead, by the way.
No,
He
yeah,
is
he's
not
just a
here.
cop. He's just a cop. He was with us. So all 4 of us are blacked out
Good looking
drunk.
down.
He couldn't join us today.
I didn't say it like that. Dude. All right,
Well,
anyway.
it sounded like that.
Okay, yeah. Rest in peace, Eric. Anyway,
He's in Massachusetts, happy and healthy.
yeah, he's a state cop in Mass. Either way.
couldn't join us today.
Oh, come on, bro. Oh, are you us?
You're a bastard.
I
You're a bastard.
Dude.
A cold ice too.
Yeah, it is nice though. Oh, I'm not gonna be able to drink the cold one.
Oh, it's the cold one that he's not gonna be able to drink.
I'm
Okay.
gonna put my lip on my tin.
Alright, well, if you get to do that,
save
should
it.
I pause
Did you
the
have?
story?
Do you have? Yeah, as long as do you have a flash?
I'll be
a flash
finishing
bottle for Rob?
Do we have to
He's
get
more-
on a knee as we're sitting?
He's more comfortable.
Can we sit and do them?
Actually, yeah. Can I do the bottle opener?
No, hold on.
I would have done it. I didn't know. It was a twist.
This is frick. I was wondering why Rurik walked out of here so freaking fast and angrily. He's on a mission.
How did you end up with 3 plastic bags?
It's shocking.
Yeah.
Shocking.
What are you guys doing?
Sadistic.
You can't sit.
I'm gonna kneel. Cause I can.
If we get ice,
Can I
you
take
gotta
this
get...
off?
You can take whatever off you want. I don't think you have to.
Yeah, you want to do strip ices, dude?
This is unbelievable.
Boys,
Boys.
good to see you.
Great. It's so cold.
Add some ASMR for the listeners.
Jeffy. Finish it though.
Oh,
Yo, Rurik, what's that called? The sound marketing?
Excuse me. Shit, what is that called?
Gary V's big on it.
I can't wait to get you messed up
ASMR?
tomorrow night.
ASR.
ASMR?
ASMR.
That's it's the.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
Oh, that's what you were saying.
Yeah.
Damn, beats up. Frick you.
Yeah, seriously, B-Top. I wasn't cool.
No, it was.
If
It
you
was
walked
cool.
in at this table, it looks like we've just been like fucking drinking beers for
Degenerates. You guys really are.
save my lip
degenerates.
though.
Anyways, you get the Kansas City story. I think it was revolving around the bag.
All right.
The bag's like the least fun part of the story. We're still on the bag.
No, okay.
was like,
no,
oh,
I'm building.
we
up,
almost left
I'm
the bag
building
at
up
Colonel
to it.
Gallo's
So we all
tailgate.
get kicked out of the bar.
No!
We all try to get into other bars. All four, or me and Chris are together. Dave goes by himself to get back to the
I was
hotel.
with Eric because.
Oh, really? Did you find Eric?
Oh, to get back to the hotel. You skipped the bar. I was gonna say I was definitely at the bar with Eric because.
Somebody was pounding on glass on a different bar, and they wouldn't let us in.
Oh well, I was at the
think
bar
that was
because
you.
I knew I
That
had
was
money
you.
on the Arizona Cardinals versus the Packers game, and I had money on the Cardinals, and they like had Rodgers threw like a Hail Mary classic fake 12 piece of crap, but he like threw, and I was wicked pissed. I don't know, it's hazy, but I remember being at CBS scene because I put a decent chunk of money on that game.
Somehow, all four of us got split up. Me and Chris.
You left me outside the movie theater.
Okay. So I'm getting there. I was following Chris. Chris was pretty intoxicated at this time, and we found ourselves outside of the movie theater.
blacked out.
Yeah,
Chris
everyone
was pretty intoxicated at this time.
and he was trying to get into the emergency exits of the movie theater near Gillette. And I was letting him do his thing. I went into the
Elf
movie
was
theater
probably
to
playing.
get and I went in to try to get some popcorn because
Yeah, well,
fat and hungry.
I would have too. Oh, that was Chunk
I
of
went
Rowe.
in there and I come out, dude, and Chris is nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be found. So I get my own taxi. I go back to the hotel room. Once I get to the hotel, I go to the room, and Dave's outside the door, banging on the door. Like I can hear people across the hallway. Like a woman was yelling at her husband for not calling the front desk.
No, she was yelling at him for a different reason.
Yeah. And I didn't. So the people that had the room key was nowhere near there. So Eric had a room key and Chris had a room key. Me and Dave did not have a room key. So I had to go back to the front desk and say, hey, can you let us in?
Well, I thought Eric was in there because
We left the TV going.
yeah, we left the TV
left
on, so
the
I
TV.
thought Eric was in the room, and I was like, Eric, let me in, let me in, because I had to piss wicked bad. You can say it. I don't
Do you
care.
want me to? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I go and get the girl up front, and she's like, I'll be there in a minute. I give her our room number, and me and Dave are sitting outside, and Dave's like, dude, I got pissed so bad.
No,
And-
so the reason I'm banging on the door is I got to piss wicked
Yeah.
bad, and so Rowe knows that, so he's like, all right, I'm gonna go ask the front desk girl if we can get like a room key.
Yeah, and she comes, and Dave just is like facing the wall for
It's
a
like
while.
the Billy Madison scene.
Yeah, he's just like his head's up against the wall, like he's in timeout, dude. And I'm just like, what the fuck is wrong with that kid? And she,
I never even heard this part before.
After-
yeah, oh yeah,
after
dude. And
furiously
all of a
banging
sudden,
on the
all of
door.
a sudden, like I can tell what he's doing, and I was like, oh fuck, dude. Oh no. So she opens the door, lets us in. Obviously, Eric's not in there. He face plants down on the bed. I think I just like, no, that's when we made my Snapchat.
Yeah.
All right, so that's when we made my Snapchat, and then he passes out, and I get into the other bed. Oh, so the next thing I see is this big goofball walk through the door, and it's Eric. I don't know what the hell he was doing, but he found his way back, And Eric zonks out for a little bit, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like, all right, where the hell is Tut? And I'm waiting. So I go back to the front desk. I get every hospital and police station's number, and I start calling them all. I was like, ah, shit.
You know the police number?
She knew. She got me all the numbers.
So 911.
Yeah. Hey, just wondering.
I lost my friend.
I lost my friend.
Yeah.
I start calling the police stations and the hospitals. No one's got Tut's name. And I was like, shit. So Eric wakes up from his little nap and is like, all right, let's go for a ride. Of course, he was going to let me drive because I probably would have blown. I started brushing my teeth.
You would have blown him?
Yeah, I would have blown him.
No, but can I cut you? You missed the part of you left Tut in the movie theater parking lot.
No. I'm
That's
getting
what I'm
back
saying
to
here.
No, I'm getting back.
You skipped over that consciously.
I didn't.
Yes,
I
did.
looked everywhere.
You said, "Oh, I saw Tut trying to get in the exits," and you went in to get a popcorn.
I got popcorn. I come back out, and he's nowhere to be found. I walked around the building. He wasn't there. Oh, I didn't know he was going to sit up against a light post and pass out for a couple hours.
You left me. I didn't know what was going on. I assumed, because I don't remember anything besides waking up. I must have, and I woke up by where Gallows' tent is, I think. I think I went to go find you guys.
You said that you woke up and your back was against one of the light posts and some lady woke you up because it was her.
And then he went, then he went to the
I
tailgate.
woke up sitting at a 90-degree angle in a red Tom Brady jersey and Chippewa work boots to some lady honking her horn at me. And I was like, holy shit. 5:12 in the morning. I think it was 5:12.
Go.
And I was like, holy shit. I look around and I'm like, okay, thanks, I'm good. She's like, are you alright? I'm like, I'm fine. I stand up, I'm like, fuck. Turn
Respect
around
for the
and
Foxborough citizen who's like, must have went to the bathroom.
Gillette, imagine driving through the parking lot at 5 a.m. and seeing some dude in a bright red jersey sitting at a 90-degree angle against a light post.
Not that noticeable.
And I was like, damn.
They won.
This sucks. Turn around. Gillette Stadium, dude, had to have been 150 yards away from me. I was like, oh, fuck. And so I was like, shit, all right, let me grab my phone. I go reach in my pocket. Just no phone. Nothing. All I had was like $100 in my pocket.
Humble brag.
I was like, holy shit. I needed that to get the ride home. And I was like, fuck. All I remember is our hotel's about 5 miles down, and around Gillette Stadium, there's no back roads, really. I mean,
it's a one-way shot.
It's a fucking kind of a highway.
It's Route 1.
So I was like, fuck. So I was like, I know it's down there. I don't know exactly how far. I know it was like on the GPS around 5 miles. So I just started walking. No fucking cars were coming. So I was like, fuck it. I had the $100 bill. I just started walking with the $100 bill like this, backwards down the highway when I would see a car come. Finally, this truck was like, yo, what's up? I was like, the Best Western. It could be 25 minutes away. It could be 4 minutes away. I need a ride there.
I thought you were giving gibbers.
And he was
Chris is just
and he got me. He picked me up, dropped me off there. I walked to the room, and I remember when I walked into the room, it was like we celebrated like we won the me, Raz, and Rowe celebrated like we won the World Series.
I was in the bathtub.
You were on the bed with your pants around your ankles.
Yeah.
Thank
your
you,
boxers.
Rowe. It's definitely a Rowe thing.
Well, I didn't say what happened before Eric walked in. No, dude, I was brushing my teeth, and when you walked in, you're like, you mother, and you guys just like, and your boots were covered in salt. Dude, and I was just like,
and the worst part was the anxiety too. The next morning, because this was at like 5 a.m. I had to go right to work the next day.
Yeah.
And I had to drive back to Pennsylvania without a phone. I went back to the stadium the next morning, didn't have my phone, couldn't call.
And you had no GPS.
No GPS. I called Ashley on Rowe's phone. I was like, I hadn't talked to her in like 24 hours. I was like, I'm so sorry. She's like, just please get home.
Right. Be safe.
Got home, no GPS, no phone, couldn't check in with anyone. I'm fucking, the anxiety in that car ride was like unbearable.
Dude.
Yeah. At least it kept you up.
And then I didn't even get to go home. I went right to work, called Ashley on the work phone, and was like,
it was Comcast, right?
I'm at work. No, I was working at a facility, at the training facility at that point,
right.
like a baseball one.
Yeah,
and I was like, I'm here. I had to stay there till 10:30 at night. Walked in the house in 44 to like whatever 10:45.
That might have
finally
been.
talked to Ash. I was like, I don't know.
You called me while you're working, and you like I was trying to give you a recap real quick, but that's the most hungover I've ever seen you.
No, that's when I was in the tub.
Yeah, dude, I tried to pick his boot up the next day, dude. That thing was so waterlogged from him.
Yeah, Rose's skipping
himself.
over the good parts. So the reason why I looked like that kid from Billy Madison with the glasses standing in the corner was because we both did the same thing. We both peed our pants. And I was wearing spandex, so it just went all down one leg and into my like North Face boot or whatever it was, and the thing is just waterlogged with piss, like so much piss, because I was holding it in the whole time.
I went to Browns the next day. It's like a solid 25-pound boot, dude.
We just
I was,
absorbed
banned
everything.
to going to sports games with you guys for quite some time. after that.
That wasn't our fault. That was
You fucking left me, and you lost my
Just say
fucking New
Gillette
Jersey.
overserved you.
Okay.
No, because I remember getting
yeah,
to the
whatever
game.
Did we
happened to the
really
bag?
need the bottle of wine? Is
No,
what I
it
come
was the
down
nips.
to.
It was the nips inside that we put in my Chippewas. 'Cause, like, they're gonna pat you down, put them in your boots because they went up
we
like
were
mid
fine.
Yeah.
We were fine going to the Colonel and those guys, and then it went too far after that, and
So you're blaming it on the Colonel?
no, I would never blame it on him. But the bottle of wine we didn't need to chug before we went to the bars, and then we chugged that and whatever else we had while we were with them, and it was just a recipe for disaster. But it was one of the funniest nights ever because
We're telling the story now.
Yeah, we're telling the story now. You're fine.
Well, I think too, like, and I know it's
Also,
like Ashley.
bro, you still owe me for that hotel.
No,
Ashley-
I made
Ashley
the
always
reservation.
No, you didn't.
Ashley always says
I might
it's
have.
so different. She's like, you guys are so different when you get together just hanging out, or when you
Excuse
get
me.
together for a New England sports game.
Oh, yeah,
She's
yeah.
like, it's
Yeah.
so fucking different. Like this
Remember-
weekend, whatever, we'll have a good time. And it's like when you guys get together for a sports game, it's just like, go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it'll just stink when either Todd or I has to lose a game in bags against each other.
Yeah,
because
I mean,
you
Yeah,
know,
bro. I don't know
beat
why
out
you
you
keep
and Rowe.
looking over
remember
there. You
last
guys
summer?
think you're
Remember
good.
last summer?
All right, so
Me
I
and Dave kept playing one-on-one bags, and we
Dude.
were playing a best of like 7, and Rowe just wanted to play.
dude, you guys aren't good.
when the
I
games
don't know
go
what to tell
21
you.
to 20, you can't
Yo,
stop.
put me and Paul the Pippa against you two did it in game over.
You got smoked.
Game
Was that
over.
at my? That was
Yeah,
at the bridal
Jack and
shower.
Jill.
Yeah, it's
Jack
because
and
you
Jill.
guys had a couple of drinks in you.
It was like 10 a.m.
Because we had a couple of drinks in us?
Nah, I'm just saying. Dude. You give me anybody, dude. I'll take Emmy.
You're gonna take
at the other
B-Top?
side. Yeah, I'll take B-Top and me are gonna wipe the floor with you guys. Either tonight or tomorrow. I don't care
We're
what
picking
night
up
it is.
Emmy soon.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, brother.
And that will be tomorrow. I can't wait.
I'm sure
This-
we're
You don't want to
this
get a
is-
quick
we'll
game
get some
tonight?
bags in
Just,
tonight.
I
we
just
can.
kind of want
Yeah.
to.
We'll start the route.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I want to
yeah.
just secure my dominance tonight.
This weekend starts my summer. It's first golf swings, first bag throws.
Oh,
It's gonna be
shit.
fun. We had a nice weekend set up. By the way, a little backdrop. These guys. I mean, we've been friends for fucking a long ass time. Rowe and I since we were like 3.
Yep.
You couldn't say dump truck.
I couldn't say dump truck.
He
Now we
still
can.
can.
Now we can.
Panda usually says it.
But it's
wrong.
nice to have you guys down in Jersey on the podcast, kind of see what things are going about. This is probably, and this is the funnest podcast that I've ever done. Probably. Sorry, Ben. Besides the one I did with Benny Biz,
Well,
I wish Ben was on
Slugging
here.
beers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know. Why is he over in that corner,
I only
dude?
got 3 mics, dog.
Dude.
And he sits all over there.
What?
Weird.
Well,
Just
okay,
looks.
you guys couldn't afford another one. The hell
You
is
don't
this?
buy enough stuff.
Rowe's literally standing.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah, it was
There
nice
he
to
is.
have two of us
Yo,
seated, one
those are
standing.
sick shoes, though, bud.
That was actually maybe one of my favorite No One
Yeah,
Sleeves
those are
apparel
all whited
experiences
out,
when
I
I think it was like Thanksgiving. I texted you. You were hammered, and I was like, "Dude, just drop the No Windy Sleeves thing." Like 30 seconds later, huge order came in. I showed Beats. I was like, "Look at Dave." There was the one with like the camo
Oh
stuff and
yeah,
everything.
yeah. I love the camo stuff, dude. Those
I don't even
and,
fucking
and
have one.
the goat on the back. That sweatshirt I wear all the time. Julie wears all the time. Yeah,
I don't
that
even.
stuff was sick.
I had one, but we like ran out of inventory. I sent it out to someone, but
And the stitch, no windy sleeves, and the camo sweatpants. Those
you have
ones
to
are
get the
swag.
onesies.
Yeah, oh yeah,
Onesies nice.
Oh yeah.
We're getting some new stuff coming out. We tried this drop, this last one that you guys did, that you were talking about if we delivered in horse and buggy. We tried to like open a store, whatever, where we don't have the products. Usually we have everything inventory, but we outsourced.
Yep.
And then they get the order, print
Fill.
it, and ship it, and it takes a couple weeks. So we're gonna not do that ever again.
No,
But,
it's cool. It's on your logistics manager, really.
yeah,
It's
Ben.
not a big deal. Yeah,
You wouldn't
yeah.
even like
It's
that.
sick, dude.
What I know we dived a fuck ton into a bunch of No Windy Sleep or a bunch of sports shit, Boston shit, drinking stuff.
Yeah.
I think in rapping,
Yeah. Throw some real pod.
Your
Wear
guys,
some
your
real
guys'
pod.
thoughts on like No Windy Sleeves and stuff. You guys have kind of seen it grow. You've seen the team grow. You've seen the merch change. You've seen whatever. You guys have obviously you're avid customers from being my friend, and I'll
Hell
kind of
yeah,
shame you into buying some shit. But
It's not
what are
shame.
your guys'
No.
thoughts on No Windy Sleeves as a whole? Where you see where it benefits you, Rowe. I know that you were doing some training and stuff before the wedding.
Hell yeah, man. I think you've done a hell of a job. I think your team's done a hell of a job. And I wish I could stick with it. I got to try to stick with it. And I think like I've said, I'm extremely impressed of how you've grown. And, dude, I think the No Windy Sleeves team is the way to go. Honestly, if you're looking to get in shape and be a better you. So
Yeah, and coming at it from like the business perspective, obviously, I love the brand, if you want to call it that, but the brand, okay, because I love the people, and I've met everyone involved with you, and that's exactly why it is a team, and it's not just calling yourself a team like some gyms do or whatever. It's a true family of people. You go out there. I just said, yo, what up, Jeremy? What up, Briggs? Like, because I know them. I've met them a few times, but they make you feel great when you meet them. And in terms of the business side of it, the reason why I love it, support it, not just because of you, because it's the passion that I see through the business and the will to do whatever you want, change, be dynamic with your business, be like, okay, yeah, that one didn't work out. Well, you just said, hey, you know what? We're going to grow from that. Mistakes happen. Let's catapult ourselves into the next, stratosphere and hopefully build this brand beautifully. Yeah. So,
yeah, and we're like, with that, it's trying to be a brand for the average person, right?
Yeah.
So there's so many brands that are like 6-pack, 4% body fat models. There's this, there's that. It's like people that like to. It's not even workout anymore. Like we're drinking beers on here. We're talking about, but it's like this is what the majority of society is, and it's like figuring out a way to like fill your sleeves. It's cool in the gym, but it's just like a mantra of like a mindset.
Yeah,
like I'm going to attack drinking beers this weekend the same way I attack trying to max deadlift, the same way I attack trying to fill my sleeves every day when I work out. It's like a mindset of who you are. And there's so many different areas of it. And that's why we try to say we want to be like the bar stool of fitness and wellness and lifestyle.
Yeah.
Hell yeah,
just be real about it.
I mean, look what you did to B-Top, man. He was ugly as shit a couple months ago, and he looks great now, man. I mean, he was...
You do, and you know what's funny, where you're talking about like the average consumer of the brand. When I go to the gym, and it's not the people that impress me who's like, oh, the most like cut up, ripped up, all that. It's the girls and the guys that are in there that I can tell that are working their freaking balls off, whatever you want to say. But it's the people that are in there and that aren't in shape, but they're those people who are like, yep, I'm making a change. And those are the people that I feel like you guys are aspiring to gather as you're following, and those are the right people. It's not like, your flexors, and yes, it could
relatable.
Be too. It's
being relatable.
It's the people that, like myself, like you, like B-Tut, like Rowe, like everyone. It's who are doing it to make yourself better, not to be vain about it. Yeah. You're not doing it to go compete. You're just trying to get better in any aspect. And like, there's so much carryover if you're improving one thing into the other. And that's like we get lost in that shit sometimes. Like, are we a fitness? And it's like, no, we're not. Like, I just want to provide laughs, entertainment. Yeah. If you want workout tips, let's do it. You want nutrition tips, let's do it. Let me learn from you about business. I'll teach you about follow the newsletter.
What I've done. Yeah,
follow the newsletter.
Newsletter's fucking
I read that
great.
all the time.
It's really good.
Every time it comes out. Yeah.
It's like those are some really good things, and like we're gonna start expanding that into like crypto and currency, like investing in that shit if you want. And like there's just a lot of different things and that's why we didn't have to build our team to so many people that are so big. But B-Tut offers something that I don't. Yeah. Rurik offers something that I don't. I offer something that they don't.
And Pete, it was Pete with the newsletter.
That's what it is.
Pete with the newsletter.
The strengths, man. The strengths of everybody makes a good team.
Yeah. So and Pete had the one about like making yourself financially stable, right? I mean, that is part of the brand, but it's not like, the logo is flexing, but it's flexing everywhere.
Flexing, fuck yeah. Flex everywhere. And like flex mentally. And like that's a thing too, is like, you look at Pete, right? People probably think because he's fucking ripped, right? Yes. But he will drink 500 beers on the weekend. He's also in finance. Like, people don't see that, but that's your average person that's going to be able to do this.
Yeah. Yep. You attack everything with 100%.
What you've needed to do all week to earn these. It's not like, you know what I'm saying? And then
that's how I do it.
And you're in fucking great shape. You can drink 30 beers sitting right here probably and still walk out of here completely fine.
Yeah, I mean, it has nothing to do with...
You could try that.
It has nothing to do with drinkability, but it's I apply myself during the week. I get my weekends, especially weekends away like this, a couple drinking days, one drinking day here and there, or usually on the weekends, but
it's not something... And you fucking hit me with it.
Yeah, dude. You know what?
It's just not. It's not.
What does he really bring to the team, though? You know what I mean? Like,
Can you let me finish?
All right, sorry. Go ahead.
It's about the point that I was going to try to make is it's about balancing. You need to have your core centered in not your body core, but just your core beliefs, what you do, how you act, centered in a great spot, and then you can reward yourself, and that's what it is.
80-20 rule.
Yeah.
Like
exactly.
you know, you don't do it all the time, and I'm a firm believer in celebrating small victories, right? So like you had a good week, have some beers. It's not when I get to 6% body fat, I'll have a beer.
Yeah.
Did you fucking go to the gym every day this week, or even if you don't like working out, did you get to work on time every day? Did you read 10 pages? If that's whatever your goal is, did you accomplish it every day? Sweet, go out and have drinks.
Yeah.
If that's not what you want to do, whatever, but award yourself along the way.
You just
fall in love with the journey of what you're doing, because if you fall in love with the journey, you allow yourself to be happy every day.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be drinks. It's just something that we like to do. We grew up doing. We grew up drinking together. Like it's whatever. Hey, you want to have that little like cheat snack, slice of cheesecake over here? Reward yourself with that. It keeps you balanced. You don't need to be just throwing yourself and making yourself suffer. I'm seeing my boys this weekend. I'm cracking freaking beers. You know what I mean? Like.
We need to stop planning these so far in advance. I know it's hard because our schedules and we live far apart to actually plan them. But when we plan them, it's like you start looking at the calendar. Like even you said the Wednesday, you're like, I need to chill the fuck out. It's only Wednesday.
Yeah.
You know, but all week I was like, all right. Until last night beating a Pizza and I House pizza, I was like, all right, I got to eat really good this week. I got to train really hard because we're going to have a bunch of beers this weekend. We're going to do this and have a good time. And it's, you know, having your own shit locked in the other places to allow yourself to go out and have fun. If you don't allow it, you're gonna drive yourself off a fucking wall.
Yeah, you're gonna get bogged down by trying to be perfect, and you should never try to be perfect.
You gotta be honest about it too. I
mean?
mean, this is your living. This is how you make your living. This is how you feed your family. You know what I mean? Like, and same with like Dave. Like you have your own job. You do what you do, but you still have the time to go out there and kill it. You know, during the week, and then have time to have you time, and that's what you guys are essentially saying. It's just
exactly.
Like you got to be normal to a certain extent, or just let yourself live a little bit, and
your life should never be a full pie.
And you know, it took a while for me to like cope with that. Is that I know how to walk around with a 6-pack and walk around to 8%. For me right now, I don't want that because I don't want to sacrifice this.
Yeah.
I've ran my blood numbers. I've ran my visceral fat. I'm very, very healthy right now, but I'm 13%. I know how to walk around at 6. I just don't want that. But if you want it, we'll help you get there. If you don't want it, if you want to figure it out, like that's fine. It's okay if that's what you want to do.
My wife's
it's whatever
pregnant,
slices
I'm
the pie you
want.
Oh yeah. I mean, speaking of food, but I meant the metaphorical pie.
Yeah, I'll eat that too, dude.
The dick pie.
The metaphorical pie. It's like, you don't ever want it to be just one flavor. You want, work's taking up 50% of my time. You know what? Family, friends, that should take up 30% of your time. Fun with the boys, 10%. And then, you know, always keep a little sliver out there
Let me ask you guys this real quick, because I've gotten this a lot. Is your guys' favorite content we put out is it me fucking with B-Tot?
I have a good time with that.
That's my favorite content.
Everyone's
on social media.
Everyone's like, need more of this in my life.
Yeah.
It's like me like yelling down, Benny, Benji, Benji. Give him the dad jokes and shit. I don't know what Benny is. Benji. Yeah. We've adopted Benji. I really just started saying it because I knew he hated.
Yeah, Benji's nice.
Call him Benji, but you gotta emphasize the I. Benji. Yeah.
Benji.
You don't need to go that high pitch with it, Rowe.
Benji.
Oh, sorry.
That's like what
Benji.
That sounds like when you're calling Wiley.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm trying to see if he'll come.
All right,
Benji.
All right. That's someone that you could say couldn't make it with us today. It's Wiley.
Right. Yeah, that's my... Okay, well,
he couldn't be with us today.
You know, Officer Rakowski was invited. He just couldn't make it today. I didn't mean like, he died.
You said it in such a way. Yeah. Wiley couldn't be with us today.
Dude, I didn't mean it like... All right, whatever, dude.
All right, boys. Yeah. I love you guys. Cheers up.
Love you.
I love you
Great
guys.
for the pod. Appreciate you.
Hell yeah,
feel
brother.
Your body, feel your fucking sleeves.